another review by Fat Ninja Studios. I'm your host, Jackie K, and today we are riding along with Army of Thieves, a prequel to the colorful Netflix zombie flick Army of the Dead. Before we get to the heist, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to finger that bell icon to stay up to date with our latest releases. Spoiler warning ahead. The film kicks off with Sebastian doing a YouTube video tutorial about safe cracking and the story of Hans Wagner and his 4 great safes. He then proceeds to make himself a sandwich and go about his day, when he is invited to an underground safe cracking tournament. They start with 8 contestants, but Sebastian quickly moves up and becomes the winner of the tournament. He then meets Gwendolyn, who takes him out to lunch. She reveals that she was the one who invited him, and she wants to now hire him for a special quest, unlocking the 4 safes of Hans Wagner. He says he's no criminal and isn't sure, but she leaves him with a way to contact her in case he changes his mind. Of course, his mundane life can't even compare to what this adventure proposes, not to mention a zombie outbreak happening in Las Vegas. Zombies give Sebastian nightmares, foreshadowing events from the film Army of the Dead. The next morning, Sebastian goes to meet with Gwendolyn and then meets the rest of the heist team. Karina the hacker, Rolf the driver, and last but not least, Brad Cage the muscle. After some awkward introductions, the team lays out the plan for the first heist. They are after the Rheingold, and one cool thing about the film is that as they explain the plan, we see it unfold simultaneously. Karina hacks in to loop the cameras, while Sebastian goes in to use the bathroom. Gwendolyn then enters to snatch the keys off the security guard, and then distracts the main teller by having her head to the safety deposit box room. Karina then enters to distract the teller further with a bullshit story about losing all her credit cards and such, letting Gwendolyn slip out of the safety room, grab Sebastian, and head to the vault. Sebastian, nervous at first, manages to break into the vault quite easily, reciting the history of the Rheingold as he does so. They snatch as much money as they can. Gwendolyn sneaks Sebastian back into the bathroom and goes back to the safety deposit room. Brad comes in to make the final distraction, allowing Sebastian to leave unnoticed, and then the rest of the team leaves and they escape. Heist successful. We cut to Interpol to meet Delacroix, who is hunting these thieves and is obsessed with catching them, even during a zombie apocalypse on the rise. Back at the hideout, the team celebrates. Karina makes a move on Sebastian, but he only has eyes for Gwendolyn. Sebastian strikes up a close bond with Rolf, but Brad is still kind of a dick to him. Gwendolyn and Brad have a lover's tiff, and she goes to hide in her room, so Sebastian goes to offer a listening ear. She talks to him all night, telling him all about her life, and this only makes Brad more jealous. Sebastian also tells her of his childhood dream of being a superhero safecracker named Ludwig Dieter. We cut to the next day, and the team gets ready to go on the second heist. This time their plan goes a little awry, and Brad shoots a few security guards. They're forced to make a run for it, but just before Sebastian can get in the van, Brad closes the doors and leaves him behind. Sebastian still manages to escape though on his own by stealing a bicycle and losing the cops amongst the crowds. Back in the van, Gwendolyn gets pissed, not only because they still need him for the next job, but she's kinda tired of Brad's bullshit and actually has feelings for Sebastian. The team splits up, Gwendolyn and Karina leaving together as Brad and Rolf drive off. We cut to Sebastian's apartment, where Karina and Gwendolyn have snuck in and are waiting for him to return. They end up apologizing to Sebastian and set up a new plan to break into the 3rd safe altogether. Meanwhile, Delacroix investigates Sebastian, and there's almost literally no information on the guy outside of his YouTube videos. They decide to set up a sting at the 3rd safe, but the trio have already planned for that. Karina uses her feminine wiles to distract some of the snipers and hacks into the systems to pretend to be all the other snipers. Gwendolyn and Sebastian, on the other hand, have stolen the entire safe in a truck, with her driving and him in the back trying to crack it as they're on the run. Delacroix becomes suspicious, though, that there's no activity where the safe should be, and catches Karina, but she is able to warn her team before she's arrested. However, not only are they on the run from Interpol, but Brad and Rolf are after them too, thinking that they could just wait till Sebastian cracks the safe open and then rob them at gunpoint. But Gwendolyn was already 2 steps ahead and had removed all the firing pins from Brad's guns. She handcuffs Brad and Rolf to the truck and they take off in his car, just as Delacroix arrives. Brad, of course, spills the beans on where Gwendolyn is, and so Delacroix chases after them and corners them at the docks. Gwendolyn makes a bargain with Delacroix. She'll give herself up if Sebastian is let go. She tells Sebastian to rescue her and that together they're going to go after the fourth safe someday. He drives off in the boat and Delacroix arrests Gwendolyn. Stashed in the boat, Sebastian finds fake passports for both him and Gwendolyn, his new name being Ludwig Dieter. Some time passes and the movie cuts to the scene where Scott Ward and Cruz recruit Sebastian for the Las Vegas heist that takes place in Army of the Dead. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the film more than its predecessor, to be honest. Army of Thieves had a lot of fun in it, but it didn't skimp on the action or characters. It left me wanting to see more. Even though we know how the story tragically plays out, you still somehow have hope that the two lovers will reunite at some point before he goes to Las Vegas. I'm giving the film an 8 out of 10. It was just plain old fun. The plot was simple, sure, and some parts felt a little bit off pace, but for the most part, it was a fun bank robber film. I want to thank you all for checking out this video. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to our channel. You can reach out to us on Twitter @StudiosFat or chat with us on Discord, linked below in the description. Please visit our Patreon, linked below, to help keep us bringing you new content each week. I've been your host, Jackie K, and before I go, dreams are important. Having goals can give you a sense of purpose, which is good for your self-esteem. And don't worry if you mess it up. There's no need to give up, not if it's something that you truly want. You can do anything with enough practice and dedication. Thanks again, and take care.